Hello everyone, Jurassic Man here, and today we are finally back and doing Jurassic World Mattel figures reviews. That was a bit of a mouthful. I've been on break, and I wanted to do this out, and forget all that stupid controversy ever. So, let's get right to it. This is the new Jurassic World Dino Rivals Dracorex with a collector's card. Now this is cool. This harkens back to the old Kenner days when they had collector's card. And I really love the packaging. You know what? It even reminds me of the old Kenner figures. Because you remember the first Jurassic Park figures, it was just a cardboard box with a bubble wrap of the figure inside with the card. This is very similar, although not as to the extreme as it was back then. But you know what? It's better this way, I feel. Because I think the old one didn't really have display, it just fell forward. But this one does, and it just looks nice in my opinion. I don't care what anyone says. The artwork is amazing. It just looks cool. Now, the Dracorex is pretty debatable in my opinion for some people, but out of all the figures that came out, this is the best looking one. I couldn't find a rank for Rinkus, but it's the second best looking one. Protoceratops is already good, and Delta is pretty controversial at the moment. So yeah, you want the scan code? Here it is right here. See for yourself. Alright. And of course it is new to the update of the Jurassic World Fax app game, so let's get this guy out of the package. First off, before I even get this review started, let's just say, don't pose your Dracorex like this. I don't know why, ever since the leak image, I see a lot of people pose it in his under position, where it should be in a position more of like this. See? So it looks more naturally dinosaur-esque. Not saying it's too bad. Oh, if you do pose it like this, it does look like a dragon without wings. Doesn't it? I guess that's why hence his name. Dracorex Hogwartsius. And yes, that is a Harry Potter reference in itself in a way. But yeah, out of all the new dinosaur figures for the Dino Rivals line, this one is really, really good looking, in my opinion. For the basic figures that we have at the moment, so far that's leaked, the Dracorex look like the most greatest of them all. Because the Rinkus looks kind of iffy to me, especially with his teeth. And they just re-released the Protoceratops and Velociraptor, despite the fact you could find the Protoceratops right next to his old version. So that is a little weird. But hey, it's finally great to see that these guys are already coming out by Christmas season. I don't know where it was, but somebody said that they would be coming out by December or the end of this year. And they were right. So, giving them credit. I don't know who they are, but thank you for letting us know. Because now, it has been officially confirmed that the Dino Rivals line is already out in the US. So, if I were you, I would go out and check if they're available in your nearest Walmart or Target. I would check Target first, Walmart first. Target's always late on this stuff. Despite the fact that they're always fully stocked from my point of view, they're not going to restock these after because, well, you know, they're already fully stocked. Walmart is always lacking in stock, so you'll get to see those much better in Walmart. But yeah. Now, when I first saw this figure, I had mixed opinions, especially its design. But now that I have it in hand, I'm loving it. What I really love is the details and the feeling of the bumps on his back. Reminds me of the old Kenner figure, the old Pachycephalosaurus that we got here. Now bear in mind that this is a big figure for its time, because this was scaled in for 4-inch figures. But as you can see, they have a nice looking bumpy texture. However, the Dracorex does the details better, in my opinion, because if you feel the Kenner one, it has this nice bumpy texture just like the Dracorex. However, it's much smoother, and the horns or the bumps on his head are not as pronounced as they are as the Dracorex, but they are, you know, safe to touch, safe to handle. This is meant to be banged around for kids to play, and so it has to be more safer. This does not have an action feature, but because of that, I guess you could say it has more details into a sculpt, because this head hurts if you press against it, Press against the Pachy, you won't feel that much. Press against this, yeah, you can feel that it's a bit pointy. And the bumps stand out the most. I don't know if it's because the Kenner toys were played so well by kids that, you know, they wore down. But I can see the same thing happening to this, because this guy is really bumpy. I love the texture on his skin, on his back, and on his underbelly. And as you can see, let's see if we get a right image of it. There is the new code. It doesn't want to show. Oh well, I'm pretty sure many people got these codes by the time this review is up. But yeah, detail-wise, this is a really good figure. Now colors, the colors on this reminds me of baby does, or baby deers in a way, because it has this nice young-looking color that it would get. And I'm gonna go to the controversy right now, but from the evidence I've seen, from the facts I'm seeing, everything just points out that Dracorex is indeed a young animal. Because if you think about it, I saw a video where like there's all these different species of Pachycephalosaurus. Not just Dracorex and Stygimoloch, but I've seen many animals of the Pachycephalosaur being found were in the Morrison Formation in Hell Creek, which are pretty near each other and pretty close at the same time. So when you think about that, why are there so many Pachycephalosaurs in one spot? Well, many people say, oh, it's like Triceratops, like, oh, there's ceratopsians everywhere, they all look different. But that doesn't explain why they all live in the exact same spot, at the exact same time, in all different sizes, with Pachycephalosaurus being the biggest. I think there's like 6 or 7 of them. But if we look at the evidence that we got from this and many other species, there's probably 2 or 3 species of Pachycephalosaurus that lived in the United States at the end of the Cretaceous period, instead of like 6 or 7 of them. And the fact that their skulls and their bones are very spongy, like that of a developing animal, it just points out the fact that it is a juvenile animal. Maybe not a Pachycephalosaur, maybe a different species, but it's a juvenile. It's a juvenile animal. But let's just talk about that in a minute and continue on the review. The colors on this makes it look like a baby, in my opinion. That's it. And then people always say, oh, babies wouldn't have like these pronouncing horns. These are very deadly. Well, so do some animals. They have displays and looks that make them look different than the parents, so they know it's the juvenile. But anyways, I don't want to get to this controversy because a lot of people already told me in that one post comment that I made for this early teaser. And yeah, this is already getting too long. But yeah, details and colors are amazing. Now let's get to articulations. Like before, they have lots of articulations. The arms hinder on the back right here, and the bottom right here. On both sides, because since this thing is pretty symmetrical except for the tail and the legs. The legs can move all the way around, but hinder in this location on the belly, because the belly is sticking out, which is cool. Now you don't want to rotate the whole limbs all together, but it's alright. Now this actually has one of the best features of articulation in this line, is that the fact that it has head articulations and neck articulations. So you can make it look like a vulture or a defending dragon, which I like to see. And furthermore, it has a swivel on its head. You go rotate it in a 360 degrees, and I just loosened the figure. And what the heck did I just do? I loosened the head. Oh man. Yeah, don't do that. Never rotate a figure or its joints too well. So, and its tail twists too. Although I don't know why would you want that, but it's very reminiscent of the Kenner one. So yeah, it has 4, 5, 6, 7 points of articulation, then a standard 5 in these basic figures. And that's pretty cool. Which means you could get in a position where it's ramming its victim. Or it's ramming Owen. Because honestly, why do you need an action feature when a kid could just do this? That's pretty cool. And it's gotta hurt. So yeah, this is Dracorex. It's a nice looking figure. It has nice details and nice looks. So let's get into comparisons. We just saw a comparison of Owen next to this thing, and this thing is huge. or basic figure. As you can see right here, the shoulders or the backside stand as tall as at least halfway through his shoulders, so there is a height difference with this guy, and he's pretty big. Let's bring in the Pachycephalosaurus from the Battle Damage line. I still haven't gone the Legacy version, but as you can see, it does do well with my opinion and the evidence. It does look pretty well for juvenile. And again, just for funs, let's do a comparison again with the Kenner one, because I feel like these two are more nice to each other because of the details and the look of the action feature as well. And just for fun, let's get in the Pachyrhinosaurus to show a bit more size in this guy. And of course, the Pachyrhinosaurus would dwarf the Dracorex. But together, it looks like they would live around the same time, which I'm pretty sure they did. So that means Pachycephalosaurus is a pretty old dinosaur, instead of the old possibility of it being in the late Cretaceous. So yeah, this new Mattel line, the Dino Rival line, now comes with collector cards, very reminiscent of the old Kenner days. Now, even though the collector's card only came in for the first movie and kind of stopped after the Series 2, but I'm glad that Mattel is trying to bring this back. Hopefully, it becomes very well positive received. We'll have more on this line, and maybe even better. So, let's see what the cards. It comes with little stats and such. I don't know what the gameplay of this is supposed to be, but I don't know. The resolution of the image is really good, I gotta say, for that. I really love how cartoonish but yet stylized it is. That looks really nice, and I just really hope at least next year or 2020 we'd get an animated series for Jurassic Park. It's been long overdue, and hopefully both Universal and Steven Spielberg approves of it. That would be the day. I will not die this earth until a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World TV show is aired. Not Lego! Not Lego. So what score would I give the Dracorex? Well, I really love the details, I love the colorations, and the articulation adds to a nice niche to this figure. Overall, I feel like this figure could have done a bit more with the coloration, in my little opinion myself. I feel like the stripe should have gone up a bit more on the hips, but I really like it. There is another Dracorex figure that's coming out with another Owen later down the line with a Jeep. It could have been a real opportunity to get another character in the line. Say, I don't know, Barry, who drive the Jeep in the end of the movie. But yeah, this is alright in my opinion. So, if I had to give a score, I would give it a 5 out of 5. Because I really love this figure. Out of all these basic line figures, this is probably the best one we got so far. Even better than the Sticky Moloch, even though I haven't gotten the figure yet. I really need to, but I haven't yet. So yeah. You can find these figures out in Walmart and Target, if so lucky, for around $6 at least. They're pretty cheap with these figures now. But yeah, hope you guys liked this review. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.